like a normal bike, but with better grip, better speed sustain, better suspension, and the uphills are just as much fun as the descents, whatever your fitness levels. I mean, that's gotta be a win, right?
My name's GuyKesTV, and I've been a professional bike tester for over 20 years. And today, I'm at Whinlatter Forest, as the bike I'm live ride reviewing is Whyte's brand new E-150 Bosch powered trail bike.
So Whyte are relatively late in terms of getting an e-bike out there, but they're only a very small company in the grand scheme of things, so I had to make sure they really got it right. They've actually been developing this bike since 2015 and riding practical samples since 2016. And they realised straight away that centre of gravity, where that extra mass of an e-bike was placed, absolutely crucial to the way it handles, getting it as low and as central as possible. And they've achieved that by rotating the motor around. I mean, it's already a really compact motor, this Bosch, and then sliding this long power tube battery right down in front of and below the motor. So although the bottom bracket axle height is 325, which is crazy slammed as it is, there's actually nearly 10 centimetres of motor and battery even below that. And it just feels like, not just that your feet are almost on the floor, but you're like wearing weighted diving boots in terms of stability. And it just, the handling is absolutely outrageous as a result. I mean, you do get a few more pedal strikes, but with 165mm cranks, it's nowhere near as bad as I was expecting. And of course, the other big news on this Whyte is what the actual motor is. Because this E-150 and the E-180 are the first bikes available on the market with Bosch's new Generation 4 Performance CX motor. And that's a totally new unit. 25% lighter, 48% smaller. It's now got a much broader cadence range. Before, the assistance used to start kind of running out at about 60 RPM. Now it still gives you full assistance up to 80 RPM, so it can spin a lot better and still get a lot more power. You're getting more percentage motor assistance, so you're getting up to 340 rather than 300%, which is where the old one topped out. So you're getting more power in a more usable rev range from a smaller, lighter motor. And it's actually the first truly dedicated Bosch e-MTB motor. That means when you go beyond it in terms of speed, the motor disengages. So you're not turning the motor around as well, which makes a massive difference. Just makes the whole bike feel much more natural and much easier to hustle. One thing I would say, you've got the basic Purion controller on the bars. You've not got the fancy new EOS, so display's a bit, it's quite old school. You haven't got that smartphone compatibility and like you have on that new controller. Speed through there. Unfortunately, that gets me attention way more than talking about the actual controller. See, the trouble with e-bikes, you come into corners uphill a bit quick, but that's the point I was going to make actually. You know, most people go, oh yeah, well it makes climbs easy. It doesn't make them easy, it makes them huge amounts of fun. You know, I'm doing what, 25k an hour up a climb where you'd normally be struggling for breath, and I'm chatting away and trying to spot downhill style racing lines. I mean, in terms of spec, this is the most affordable base model, and it's a bargain considering you're getting it from a proper shop, and obviously having a motor and battery on board means that kind of instant backup is absolutely crucial. But yeah, back to kit. You got a 150mm Yari up front, so 35mm leg, same chassis as a Lyric basically. Deluxe shock on the back, taking care of that 150mm travel there. SRAM GX gearing, and then there's the RS, 500 quid more, so 5250, which gets you a Lyric Select with the new Charger 2 damper, which is an absolutely beautiful piece of hydraulics in terms of control, and XO Eagle. And now the beauty with Bosch is you get a proper splined, full-size X-Sync 2 chainring on there, so none of that little crawler cog eating up mud, dropping the chain. It's a full, large chainring motor setup, which means wear life, chain security are all massively improved. Oh, the only thing you've got to remember is it's got an e-bike specific shifter on it, so it's only one downshift at a time, just to stop you over shifting and snapping the chain at an awkward angle. So you've got to be careful to give a bit of prior warning to your gears coming into super tight sections like that. But the power delivery in this e-MTB mode, so good, so smooth and predictable, that the only real problem I'm having is I'm just going too fast for the trail. And what's interesting, even though it is a big old, you know, enduro shaped, proper long, slack and low bike, is that it actually feels really small, compact and agile, which, considering you've got a really big capacity battery and a motor in it, is just pretty much, I mean, it's not miraculous, it's just brilliant engineering and brilliant design. I mean, it's obviously been a massive investment getting that custom down tube made, that they slide the battery in from the base, so it's whoop, it's a proper fully enclosed let's go high just because it's fun. Yeah, scree slide. So it's a fully enclosed, fully structural member. It's not just an open piece of guttering with a non-structural battery loaded in the base of it, like most allegedly kind of integrated e-bikes are. And it's just the key structural part that just ties this bike together so well. And this has to be, without doubt, I mean, I've ridden a lot of e-bikes and they're getting better and better all the time, but this has to be the best handling e-bike by an absolute country mile. Huh. Yes, Whyte. Yes. As usual, you've got 4 modes. You got Eco, you got Tour, e-MTB, and then Turbo. Oh, to be honest, I very rarely use Turbo. It's just a bit brutal, and it's not efficient on the battery either. And as you can see, I don't know if you're flicking through the display there, Eco obviously gives the maximum battery life, Tour 36, but e-MTB, where it'll kick in with extra torque where it needs it, still 31k. So, and obviously bear in mind these figures, I mean, ripping up a hill pretty quick at the moment. I've actually ridden this over 60k and still had plenty of battery life left in it, so that 625 watt hour power tube battery really has got some range and capacity in it. Even though this is the simpler damper in this Yari, and you've got that really sensitive start stroke thanks to that debonair spring, the mid-stroke, so the support through high-speed corners, is absolutely fantastic. And if you did fancy it, absolutely nothing stopping you upgrading to Charger 2 damper out of a Lyric, so you know, it's really readily upgradable as well. Geometry is so spot on. 65 degree head angle, 75 degree seat, so it's not crazy radical. E180 is slacker with more travel because it's an even faster bike, but just the weight placement as well. And you've got super short 40mm stem, about as short as you can go with a 35mm bar, 780mm wide bar. You've got decent grips, and these new WTB tyres, absolute beauties. Never liked previous WTBs, but high grip 2.5 Vigilante on the front, and then the super toothy Verdict on the back. In fact, you can run them low pressure as well, because they're a heavy duty carcass. It just adds an extra bit of stiction to the equation. And because the weight of that battery is so low and so far back, yes, you can really pop and manual the front end. Hey, perfect timing to have that come off. It jumps and flies like a proper bike. It doesn't suddenly, like, you've not got weight forward and high up, it's gonna force your face into stuff. And then you can see, even when it's compressing, because I'm riding this completely sight unseen, and that's a pretty tight section, but you can just get on those Guide 8 RE brakes early, loads of power to kill the speed, and then let go, and the front wheel has already placed itself perfectly for you to get on the power and get out of there, which has always been a total Whyte hallmark. But the fact that they've translated it into a big battery e-bike is probably their most impressive trick yet. And being Whyte, not only is the geometry sorted, whether you're on the ground or off it, and the suspension totally sorted, but all the practicalities of life are sorted. So you got a lifetime warranty on the bearings, and they're really good quality bearings anyway. You got WTB 30mm rims, DT Swiss spokes, so even on this basic model you've got a really nice wheel pack, because obviously e-bikes give wheels a right beating, but these feel solid as you like. And I've been hammering it pretty hard now for a month, and they're certainly not showing any signs of age. And while the E180 is only available in medium and large, this E150 comes in a full range, extra small through to extra large, so everyone gets a good time. They have absolutely aced it with this. So much control. Bike is so good. The way it lands, kinematic, everything about it is just totally spot on. Yes, I am absolutely raving about this thing, but without a doubt, the best handling e-bike I've ridden. Absolute, oh, a bit of pig's ear of that line, but that's my fault, not the Whyte's. Absolutely outrageous how hard you can ride this bike, uphill and down, just in its stock format. It's totally sorted componentry. I mean, Whyte have just taken that great value, fantastic for handling, sorted suspension, and that totally UK-proof practicality. Put one of the best, latest motors around in it, and a dirty great battery, so you can make use of it all damn day. Whyte E-150S. What an absolute power assisted pinner this thing is. I mean, Whyte have built some cracking bikes over the years, but if you want to have as much fun going up a mountain as coming down a mountain, then this bike is an absolute animal, with a lot of amps behind it as well. Whyte have properly thrown the gauntlet down when it comes to e-bikes. They might have started late, but by God, they've arrived with a bang. So, thanks very much for watching. Make sure you click for subscriptions and notifications if you're not already signed up. Thanks to Whyte for supporting the video and for loaning me the bike pre-release, so I could bring you this report right on embargo day. Thanks to Endura, Gore, Giro and Scott for the kit. I've been filming using a laser helmet and 100% gloves. So thanks to those guys for supporting me in terms of kit.
Obviously, these videos are free to watch, but they take time and money to create. So if you fancy supporting me, then have a look at Patreon, my subscription channel, where you get a lot of early, exclusive and extended edits, and occasionally some merch when I remember to post it out. And that starts from $3 a month. So thanks for watching. I'm GuyKesTV. I've been riding in the Whyte E-150S, and this has been GuyKesTV.